Hey everybody, this is Peter with Tabletop Gaming Guild, and today I'm going to be talking about Rise of the Drow. This is a 5th edition adventure book put out by Adventure a Week. And if you want to check out more about this book or any of their other products, you can go to their website at adventureaweek.com, where they have tons of amazing products for you and your role-playing games. Now, they sent me a copy of Rise of the Drow, their collector's edition. So I got it in hardcover, and this book is massive, everybody. It is about 550 pages, and it is broken down into about 5 separate sections. They call these sections books, of course, and book 1 is the opening of the adventure Rise of the Drow. And it's going to kind of get your campaign going for this adventure. So it starts with first level, and everything is kind of on rails at the beginning of this book, which some people may really appreciate and some people may not. Obviously, if you are an experienced GM, you can move some things around so it's not quite as on rails if you don't want it to be. But the adventure as written seems to be a little bit more scripted out for you and your players. This could be really great for newer players and maybe even a newer GM. You're not having to come up with quite as much stuff. There's a lot of text in there that you can just read directly to your players to get them through the opening of this adventure. So in the second part of the book, it opens up a little bit more into an open world scenario where your players are going to have a lot of options for themselves and which routes they would like to go to try to solve the mystery that is happening in this book. So let me talk a little bit about the adventure. I'm not going to talk a whole lot about it because I don't want to give away any spoilers for anybody who is about to play this game. But the general scenario here is that the Drow, a race of dark elves that live in the Underworld beneath the surface of Aventir, which is the campaign setting for Adventure a Week, this race of Drow have begun to rise up and are causing havoc in the overworld. They've been kidnapping people, they've been attacking villages and towns, and it is going to be on you and your party to figure out why this is happening, and then once you know why, put a stop to it. So again, the figuring out a little bit of the mystery or what's going on is set up in book 1. Going on the adventure to stop this uprising is going to be a big part of book 2. And again, you're going to be starting in the overworld and you're going to be moving into the underworld. Now that leads into book 3. Book 3 inside this book is all about the civilized worlds, and you have tons of locations to read about if you're the GM. And it might be a little bit of reading for your players as well if they decide that maybe their player character is from one of these locations. You might give them a chance to read through a little bit of the book on their area so that they can role play as they know the information about where they are from. Lots of great locations here. And then in book 4 is broken down into the underworld. All of the locations underneath the world where the Drow live. There are cities there that are described and explained. And then there's also an area where fungi live that's explained in quite a lot of detail as well. And so you might want to be reading that and getting ready for that. But there's a lot of great information in here to help build up this world, to help you as the GM understand where it is your players are going to be going. And again, this is a lot of information. So with a 550-page book, there is a lot of reading to be done here as the GM. So I will go ahead and put out that disclaimer a little bit. If you're getting into this book, if you're purchasing it, there's going to be a lot for you to do. There's going to be a lot for you to read and to prepare for your players. But I think that this adventure warrants it. I think it can be a lot of fun. So if you're a GM who maybe you've only been running a lot of one-shots for now or whatever, if you want to run a campaign, a long, drawn-out adventure, this could be a really good place, I think, for you to start, especially with kind of an easy book 1 where things are a little bit prescripted for you, and then opening into an open world in book 2. And this is not going to be a short campaign. It's meant to take your players from 1st to 15th level. So you're going to be playing this adventure for a very long time, perhaps. I know for me, myself, I usually get my players to the table about once, maybe twice a month. We'd be playing this adventure, I think, for quite a long time to work our way through it. Now, the last part of the book is one of my favorite parts because I like monsters. And who plays 5th edition? Who doesn't like monsters, right? Even if you're a player, you like monsters. You want them to be cool. You want them to have a lot of great effects. You want them, when in combat, to cause drama. And a lot of the creatures in this book do. The last part of the book is the Bestiary, and it has around 200 creatures in it. Some of them are brand new, specifically just for this book, and then others are creatures that have been in the monster manual or previous books for 5th edition, and they have just updated them a little bit to make them maybe a little bit more interesting, a little bit more cool, I might think. So there's a lot of stuff here for you as a GM to appreciate. But the other thing that I love when an adventure book isn't just a great adventure, but it looks beautiful. It is inspiring to read and to look at. And Rise of the Drow is definitely that. There is some phenomenal art throughout this book. There are fantastic maps. There are great images of the creatures that your players are going to come across, individual NPCs that you as the GM are going to have the opportunity to embody and to bring to life for your players. There's some great art in there so that you can showcase that art to your players so they can better envision who it is they're interacting with. Probably one of my favorite pieces of art in this book, though, is the Siege Slug. It's a creature that is going to be ridden around on and brought into battle. I love the image of the grating over the eyes of the creature. So there is a lot of really great things to say about this book. Again, I'm trying to be a little bit obscure about everything because I don't want to give too much away for anybody who's going to be diving in as a player. But let me tell you, the book reads well. There's a lot of great text for the GM that you can just read, which I actually like boxed text. If I don't use it exactly, it's still a great inspiration for when I go to describe a place, a locale, to my players. I can always appreciate the idea that somebody has taken the time to write some boxed text for me to, if not use right away, to at least use a little bit. It's a great addition, I think. So Rise of the Drow is a beautiful book. It's a huge tome, and I think you're getting your money's worth if you get it. But it's an expensive book. It's about $130. It is on sale at the time of this recording. For $99, you get the physical copy of this book, 550 pages. It's a hefty book full of beautiful art, great locations, great monsters, and a really fun adventure. But it also comes with the PDF if you get the collector's edition. Now, if you don't get the collector's edition, you can get just the PDF standalone, and maybe you like to play with your players on a virtual tabletop. It is also available for Foundry and Fantasy Grounds. So it's available for multiple virtual tabletops, and if you play at the table and you're looking for any additional things to bring to the game, they also have Underworld encounter cards that you can purchase, so that helps you as the GM to understand right away what's going to be taking place during this encounter. And they've got a bunch of other stuff. There's also a very cheap PDF that can be purchased. I think it's normally about $5, but currently on sale for just 99 cents, is a campaign entry for this game that you can have your players read. It's going to give them a little bit more information about the world they're going to be playing in, as well as the deities of this world. It comes with some pre-generated character sheets, so even if you don't want to create your own characters, you can just start playing this adventure right away with those pre-made character sheets. And so you can get that on adventureaweek.com as well. I can't say enough good things about this adventure, about this book itself. Adventure a Week pulled out all the stops. They have written a great adventure for you to run. They have given you some wonderful locations for the adventure to take place in, and they have given you so many creatures to bring to the table to challenge your players. So if you're looking for a new adventure to run for your players for 5th edition, I highly recommend Rise of the Drow by Adventure a Week. Everybody, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helps you, at least intrigues you to check it out. Head over to adventureaweek.com, check out Rise of the Drow. Also, stick around here, like this video, and subscribe to Tabletop Gaming Guild. Check out all the videos that we're putting out on a regular basis. We put out 1, 2, sometimes 3 videos a day here talking about board games and role-playing games. We just want to see you playing games and having fun with your friends. So everybody, thanks for watching, and until we talk again, keep on playing games.